Hello everybody and welcome back to Will You Press the Button. You haven't pressed it yet. What are you waiting for? Okay, I'll stop. I gotta stop doing that at the beginning of a video. But anyway, I'm having actually some fun with this. Because unlike Would You Rather, it's actually having a ton of random questions. And I'm sorry, I have an itch on my foot. 1 second. There we go. You will regain your freedoms. What freedoms are we talking about here? But you have to stop using smartphones, Google services, and delete your Facebook account. Okay, what freedoms are we talking about? I mean, I suppose it depends on what country you live in, but America's pretty free right now. As far as I know. Did I really just say that? I live in America. Of course I know it's free here. I mean, obviously, there are some things you can't do, like murder and shit. I mean, that's the freedoms you're talking about. You now regain your freedom to kill people. Not acceptable. But, I mean, I suppose the country you live in depends on... See, I already live in a country where I have all my freedoms, so this doesn't really benefit me in any way. Secondly, I have a smartphone, and that would actually cause me problems to stop using that, because I kind of do need it for certain things. Google I do need. Facebook I can live without. So, no, I will not press that button. 39% of people pressed the button, but 61% did not. I'm assuming most of the people are from America. And that 39% was from the other rest of the world. That's kind of like a country-oriented question, but anyway. Damn it, ads! Anyway. You will be granted immortality, but if you whistle even accidentally, you die instantly. Dang it. Okay. 1, I can't whistle. So, this would actually be prestigious to me, because I could actually live forever. And I've actually thought about immortality. Now, it's different from invincibility. Invincibility means you cannot die, period. Immortality means I live forever. I'm not invincible. I'm immortal, which means time does not affect me. It doesn't mean I can't die, because I can still die, as you can obviously see there. I'm not invincible, I'm immortal, so there is actually a legit difference. But the question is, do I want to live forever? And I've actually thought about this before. Because anyone who's seen any type of vampire movie or something like that, you often ask yourself the question, would I want to be a vampire? Would I want to live forever? Or something to that effect. Everyone's asked themselves that once in their life. At least, I think everyone has. I know me and my friends have all thought about it once or twice. And so, who's not seen it? Like, if you've ever seen Blade Trinity and stuff, who would not want to see Blade and not think about being a cool, badass vampire like that? Who wouldn't want to think about that? But, in all honesty, I do not want to be immortal. And why I do fear death, if I'm immortal, everyone I love and care about dies. And then I don't know anybody, and why I could make new friends and new people, I gotta constantly move, constantly change my age, and there's a lot of work and effort to make sure people don't know you're immortal, because if people know you're immortal, you're going to be experimented on, and it's not going to be fun. Anyway, 55% of people press the button. 55% of people want to live their life on the run for the rest of their life. Anyway, we get world peace again, but China and Africa are destroyed. Oh, I'm sorry, that should not be funny, but... So what, half the world just gets blown up and now we have world peace? The central problems have been eliminated. Oh, that's horrible, I'm sorry. I see where they're going with that, because China and the Middle East are where all the problems... I shouldn't say where all the problems are, but the Middle East is where ISIS is, where all the terrorist problems have been going on. That's all in Africa, and China has caused us problems over the years, and with recent events and everything, with hacking and everything. I suppose you could say that those two have had their fair share of problems in the world, but see, maybe it's just the way I am. But I'd like to take the approach of nobody dies. I'm one of those people who, even if you're an evil son of a bitch, I'd rather have you rotting behind prison bars than killing you, because I don't think killing is right. No one should have the right to take a life. It's not okay with me, so no. 69% of people press the 69% of the world decides fuck Africa and China. But anyway. You can have any food that you want, but you will never drink liquid again, die from dehydration, or gain the satisfaction from liquid, like foods or liquid in foods, grease, etc. So, I can have any foods that I want, but I'm not allowed to drink any liquids ever again, and the only liquids I ever get are from the foods that I eat. No, I will never. I'm not going to hit that button. And that's because that's basically you have to suffer for the rest of your life with dehydration and other problems. And I know 29% of you would actually want to press that button and suffer from that. Well, I suppose. See, when I see things like that, I'm thinking that people are thinking only the positive side. I mean, granted, that'd be pretty cool to just French fries, cheeseburger. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but those are examples. Those are not the kind of food I would eat. I actually do like home cooked meals, man. That I cook myself, anyway. But I don't see the point of dying and suffering for food. Anyway, you have been diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, non-surgical, which means I'm fucked. But you can survive for more than a few years with chemotherapy. But you live in Africa, and by the first year of treatment, you're completely broke. You've listed your. I'm putting my house in a list. They meant to put lost, but they screwed that one up for me. Anyway, you lost your house, are in immense debt, and while you are still alive, you have nothing to your name. So I'm fucked from cancer, I'm gonna die anyway, and then my life just goes to shit. So what you're saying is I'm stuck in an eternal suffering for the last couple years of my life, and then I'm going to die a horrible death. No, I will not press that button because that is too much douchebag. And again, ruled by... See, questions like this make me sad, because it's like, what are you going through that you would actually want to die? Because that's never okay. Always find somebody to talk about things to. Never just take your life, because that is a very serious conversation, or a very serious topic. Never take your life. Always find someone to talk to, or someone to get help from. Your friends and family are always willing to listen to you. If not, you can always get a counselor to talk to. And I know that probably sounds horrible, a therapist. I mean, most people are like, that makes me sound insane. It does not mean you're insane. A therapist is someone that helps you through tough times. It does not make you insane or disliked by people. It just means you need help, and there's nothing wrong with getting help. I know some people say, I gotta be independent, and I don't need help. There's nothing wrong with help. And I urge you to get it immediately. If you're thinking about that, talk to someone. Just put it out there in the open. Let someone know so that they can help you out. Because everybody has someone that cares about them, and if you take your life, you're destroying the lives of everybody that cares about you. But we're gonna get back to this now and just keep that thought in mind. So, moving on. You will live in the magical world of Harry Potter. I have actually read all the books and seen all the movies. I prefer the books to the movies because the movies always leave out details that the books the books have that the movies don't. But all mudbloods die. If anyone who don't know what a mudblood is, there are two types of people in Harry Potter's, well, three if you include the mudbloods. But there are generally there's the generalization of two people in Harry Potter. There's the wizards and people who can cast magic and have that ability, and then there are the muggles, who are basically people who live in our world who have no magical power whatsoever. And there's this complete other world that you go to for magic and stuff like that. That's essentially the world of Harry Potter. Well, if a wizard and a muggle get together and have a kid, that kid is called a mudblood. Half muggle, half wizard. So if I was in the world of Harry Potter, then all mudbloods would die. Meaning all half muggles, half wizards would die. And if you have ever seen the world of Harry Potter, you know that Hermione is actually a mudblood if you've actually read the books and seen the movies. Again, I prefer the books because the book is always better no matter what movie you see. I know there are tons of movies out there based on books, such as Lord of the Rings, The Mockingbird, and then recently the Divergent series. There's plenty of movies out there that are based on books. And Twilight's another one, just rattling off some titles. But the books are always going to be better than the movies because the movies cannot put in each and the excruciating detail that the books can. But anyway, no, I will not press that button. Because it says I will live in the world of Harry Potter. It does not state that I'm a wizard, so I could be a muggle. Or I could be a mudblood and I'm dying with the rest of them. That's one. Two, I don't think anyone has the right to take life, and no one should die. I'm one of those people that everyone should live. Now that is to say, people like Hitler need to be locked up and stuff like that. And I guess if it will save the world and we need to kill one person like Hitler to make the rest of it peaceful, I guess I can't object to that. But for the most part, I don't like people dying. Death is a horrible thing. But anyway, 47% press the button. 40% of people are douchebags that would kill innocent people just to live in the world of Harry Potter. Anyway, you get superpowers of your choice, but you can never shave or cut any hair off your body again. So in the end, you end up looking like a giant gorilla because you have hair everywhere and you can never deal with it. But you get the superpowers of your choice. No. Because then everybody would look at me weird. Caveman! 63% of people want to be cave people and have hair all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm already German. I already have hair all over the place. I suppose it doesn't really matter to me. But anyway, you suddenly know everything anyone has ever said about you. But this means everything your friends' relationships. This means everything your friends' relationships may suffer if you do this. Basically, it's saying I know what everybody says about me all the time. Therefore, I know what they're saying behind my back. Therefore, I know whether or not they like me, hate me, love me, etc. Therefore, I would be able to decide which relationships and friendships are better for me and which are not. Though, to be honest, I'm very good at telling about how people feel about me. It's like a sixth sense. I know it kind of sounds weird, but I can tell when somebody doesn't like me and when somebody does. And I kind of already got the gist of what my friends think about me. So, and I kind of already know what they say about me, even if I don't know the exact words. I mean, I might be surprised at what a few people say, but for the most part, I already know everybody who knows me, what they think of me. Because I'm me. Everything you see here is what you get. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sit there and be, well, I may be a complete douche sometimes, I will not deny that. But I say it like it is. This is it, like it is. And I'm a really nice guy, as long as you don't get on my bad side. People who decide to be complete pains in the asses and be complete douchebags to me and do completely stupid things around to me, they're going to be on my bad shit list. And so those are the people that I probably won't get along with, but for the most part I get along with everybody. And for the most part people think I'm a pretty good guy. So, knowing that, I probably won't be surprised if people did have some thoughts about me, because I will admit I do kind of be brutally honest sometimes, but I mean, there will be legitimately no change in what it is now, so why not? 66% of people agree with me. Why not find out what everyone wants to say about you? That way, you know exactly how people feel about you, even though I already know exactly how people feel about me for the most part. Unless there's some unknown person who feels something about me that I don't know about. Anyway, you win the lottery and receive $200 as they are valued in 2013 worth of money each week. I was like $200 each week. Because $200, I suppose it depends on. Well, if they're talking dollars, it means U.S. dollars, and the U.S. has not really changed in 3 years that I know of. I mean, a dollar has been a dollar. That's all I know. So $200 is still $200 if it's in 2013 or 2016. I would actually have to look that up, like the value of the dollar and whether or not it actually changed. I don't think it has, but to me, $200 is $200. I mean, And I get that each week for the rest of my life. But once a week, when you least expect it, you are stung by a wasp. See, that becomes a problem for me. Because I actually don't... I'd love to get $200 each week. Well, then again, that's like the part-time job. The part-time job I have now, I'm making $200 a week. Which... Yeah, you guys know how much I make at the grocery store I work at. But anyway, well, actually, that's after taxes are taken out. But anyway, that's besides the point. Moving on. I already make that for my job, but I don't get stung by a wasp. But if I get that on top of the job that I have now, then I'd be making double. But then I get stung by a wasp, and that's not okay with me, due to the fact that I've actually had a bad experience with bees once. My next door neighbor had a beehive in his house, and this was back when I was in elementary school. I think I was like 7, 8 years old. And I had to pass it every time. It was like between the houses. Between the houses, it was on this side. And I had to get to the... it was on the left side going towards the gate, away from... But anyway, so... the gate was pretty much blocked by bees that were swarming there every single day. And I hate getting stung by bees in general because it is the most painful son of a bitch thing you can ever have happen to you. Long story short, because I'm literally going over time here, I decided that it would be a good idea to take a shortcut and go through the instead of going through the house. I don't know why I didn't go through the house. And instead I decided to go around the side of the house, past the beehive, through the gate, and on my way I got stung like 20 freaking times. Because every bee in his right mind saw me coming and decided to say, fuck our lives. Because when a bee stings someone, they lose their stinger and die. So they all decided to suicide bomb me, and I got stung over 20-something times by a random ass bees. And I could not handle that. Plus the $200 a month, I'm already getting that for my job. Anyway, so the only difference is now I'm getting it, well... I suppose I would get a pain tolerance from it eventually. And I'm not allergic to them or anything, it's just I don't like them. And there's no way to stop that, is there? And that's once a week, fuck that. That's 4 times a month. Fuck that shit, I will not press that. 54% of you would be willing to gain $200 a week and get stung by a wasp on a weekly basis. I mean, eventually your pain tolerance will go through the roof and you wouldn't give 2 shits about it anymore, but that's besides the point. It's just not acceptable. Ooh, excuse me. I'm getting a dry mouth. I'm going to take a drink of water soon. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to check out the other videos that I have done. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you later. Goodbye.